You look at the top of that mountain, and everything seems quiet, stable, almost natural, but it isn't. None of this should exist. At 700 meters above sea level, where the air changes within minutes, where winds can exceed 200 kilometers per hour, where lightning strikes the same point over and over again, humans decided to build, not a cabin, not a temporary shelter, but a structure weighing thousands of tons, fixed, permanent, defying everything around it. To understand how this happened, you need to go back in time, to an era when machines were limited and mistakes cost lives. The chosen location wasn't just symbolic, it was hostile. An isolated rock, surrounded by dense forest, directly exposed to the fury of the elements. There were no roads, no space, no margin for error. Everything had to be transported piece by piece. Imagine this for a moment. Every bag of cement, every steel bar, every tool, slowly moving upward along narrow tracks, or carried by human hands to the top. The construction site wasn't organized. It was a limit, a place where engineering met survival. The wind wasn't just an inconvenience, it was a constant invisible force trying to tear everything down. And the biggest challenge wasn't getting up there, it was making it stand. Because any structure at that altitude doesn't just face its own weight, it faces the void. Every meter built increased the pressure, every piece placed increased the risk. A small mistake at the base could become a catastrophe at the top. Now, imagine outstretched arms. A horizontal structure suspended in the air, taking the full force of the wind like a giant sail about to tear apart. This wasn't a normal project, it was a question. How do you make something impossible remain intact? The choice of material became critical. Steel was strong, but vulnerable to corrosion. Over time, it would decay. Then came the decision that changed everything: reinforced concrete. At the time, it was a gamble. A new technology barely tested in structures like this, but it came with a promise: strength, flexibility, and durability. But there was a problem. Concrete has to be perfect. No air pockets, no internal flaws. And up there, on top of a mountain, with unstable weather, constant wind, and shifting humidity, perfection was almost impossible. Every mix had to be timed exactly. Every application calculated with precision. There was no room for repetition. As the structure began to take shape, another challenge emerged: form. Simple lines, but deceptive. Smooth curves hiding extreme complexity. The design demanded something contradictory: lightness in something extremely heavy. And then came the solution: break the impossible into controlled parts. Every element was created separately, modeled, tested, adjusted before being taken up the mountain. But once they got there, failure wasn't an option, because at the top, there was no going back. Every piece had to fit perfectly. Millimeters of difference could become meters of misalignment. It was like assembling a puzzle at the top of the world, under constant pressure. And still, the structure began to rise. From the ground it seemed impossible. Up close it was even worse. Workers operated surrounded by clouds, with slippery footing and nothing but open space around them. No modern equipment, no real safety, just calculation, courage and precision. And the most unbelievable part, no one died. In an environment where everything pointed toward disaster, control was absolute. But the structure still wasn't finished. It had to survive time. Because the conditions up there don't forgive. Intense sunlight, constant humidity, violent storms, and above all, lightning. Being the highest point means being the target. Every storm turns that structure into a giant lightning rod. Without protection, a single strike would be enough to destroy it. So engineering went beyond form. It moved into the invisible. An internal system was designed to absorb and dissipate electrical energy, like a hidden armor, channeling the force of the sky down into the earth. But even that isn't perfect. Over time, extreme impacts leave their marks. pieces break, fragments are lost, and then someone has to go up. Climb, hang, walk along the edge of nothing to rebuild it piece by piece. Decades later, the structure is still there, motionless, imposing, defying everything around it. But now you know, that's not just a monument. It's an ongoing battle between nature and engineering, between force and resistance, between the impossible and the human decision to try anyway. Because building there was never logical. It was a choice, a risk, a vision. The next time you look at something like this, at the top of a place where no one should be alive, remember, this isn't just construction. It's proof that when humans decide to challenge limits, they don't just build structures, they redefine what's possible. And sometimes, the impossible isn't the obstacle, it's just the starting point. If you want to keep exploring what lies behind, subscribe.